Hello, I'm Clint Hoffman from Kramer Electronics. Welcome to Kramer's K-Tech video series. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the key feature benefits of an exciting new product, the VP-773 ProScale Digital Presentation Scaler Switcher. The VP-773 is part of the award-winning 77 series of scaler switchers from Kramer. The VP-771 was awarded the AV Systems Product of the Year award at the ISE 2014 show. So what do presentation scaler switchers do for you? Well, they are the heart of any good AV system because they simplify connectivity and ensure the best possible image quality. There are two important things to know about projectors and monitors in today's market. First, they all have fixed or native resolutions. Second, they were designed to reproduce images, not to scale and switch signals. This is important because sources come in all shapes and sizes, and in order to ensure fast, clean switching and the best possible image quality, we need to outboard certain functions to scaler switchers. Because sources come in all different flavors and in all different resolutions, we need a device that can handle all of that efficiently. Enter presentation scaler switchers. For example, if a source has a resolution of 1024 by 768 and a display has a native resolution of 1920 by 1080, we need to scale that incoming signal up to the higher resolution in order to display it. Also, where we used to have to run multiple cables through walls and over the ceiling to the display, with a presentation scaler switcher, we end up with only one cable from the switcher to the projector or monitor. We have thus simplified connectivity. Now let's take a look at the feature benefits of the VP-773. The first is simple. It has 4 HDMI connectors. More and more sources today come with HDMI connectors. And now, Kramer has a scaler switcher that can accommodate up to 4 HDMI sources. The second is also very straightforward. The VP-773 has an HD-Base-T output. The unit has 3 outputs that are all simultaneously active, 2 HDMI and 1 HD-Base-T. HD-Base-T is quickly becoming a favored method for transmitting HDMI signals. It overcomes the distance limitations that digital signals like HDMI suffer from inherently. Also, many display manufacturers are now putting HD-Base-T inputs on their projectors and monitors. With an HD-Base-T output, we can send the signal a long distance from the scaler switcher to the display without the need for a standalone transmitter or receiver. Quite convenient indeed. In any application, such as in a house of worship, or a classroom, or a boardroom, when you switch, you want it to be as quick and glitch-free as possible so your audience can enjoy a smooth presentation. When digital signals replaced analog signals, they added a handshake and some digital copyright protection, both of which serve higher purposes, but also can cause problems with switching. So much negotiating goes on between the source and the display that it can make switching times as long as several seconds. Let's take a look at an older unit and demonstrate this. There, I made a switch. Now, as that's going on, I can tell you that the 77 series has been designed so that it can negotiate all that traffic quicker and switch in about 1.5 seconds. Has that switch occurred yet? Okay. Let's take a look at the 773. Okay, now I'll make the switch on the 773. There you go. Incredibly fast and glitch-free. The new feature that is probably the most significant and a real game changer is the ability to set the EDID for each input on the scaler switcher. This feature creates a truly plug-and-play experience, something that previous generations of scaler switchers could not offer. It puts the decision in the hands of the integrator or system administrator to determine what resolution someone connecting to the unit will connect at, rather than forcing the choice of a preset resolution. The less scaling, the better the end result. Let's take a look. Here we have a 4x3 display with a 1024 by 768 native resolution, and an older scaler in which the input EDID is set to 1080p, which is hard-coded at the factory and cannot be adjusted. The source will send a 1080p widescreen signal, and the scaler will have to do a lot of work to both decimate pixels and change the aspect ratio to get the image to fit the screen. It works, but let's look at the end result. It's not ideal. As you can see, this is supposed to be a circle, but it's oblong. The reason that that circle is oblong is because we're receiving a widescreen signal on the input of that scaler, and that scaler is forcing a 4:3 output. It's doing a lot of work. Now when we use the VP-773 with the proper 1024 by 768 EDID set at the input for this particular display, the source now sends the proper signal. No scaling is necessary, which results in a much better image on the screen, in this case a perfect circle. All of these new models include a very unique and important new feature. It's a mass notification and emergency communication feature. It utilizes an industry standard XML-based system known as Common Alerting Protocol, which allows it to easily integrate into existing emergency alerting systems. If a 77 series scaler switcher is connected to a network, then it can be easily sent an emergency message, which it will then show on connected displays. If the emergency message is of a lower priority, it will appear as a scrolling banner across the bottom of the screen. Messages with extreme and severe headers will cover up the entire screen, and they can also be accompanied by audio alerts to be sure that they capture attention. An important side note is that this may allow the Kramer 77 series to possibly be purchased from a security budget if AV budgets are tight. Our new 77 series scaler switchers have full web page management capability. This feature allows for easy remote control, setup, and maintenance from anywhere there is an internet connection. In a typical installation, the scaler switcher might be in a rack in a closet where there's no direct line of sight to the display. Adjusting the unit from the front panel in that scenario is impossible. But imagine you could take a computer and connect to the unit, whether it's in the next room, the next building, or anywhere else in the world, and set up and control the unit. The last feature we want to profile is port tunneling. This feature allows us to send commands to the display attached to one of our 77 series scalers. We can embed RS-232 control signals into the outgoing HD base T signal. This allows us to use only one port, not two, of whatever control system is employed, allowing us more flexibility in the system. The user can control two products, the scaler and the display, at the same time, which once again simplifies connectivity. On top of all of this, the 77 series also offers advanced picture-in-picture or PIP insertion technology and luma keying, as you can see here. The VP-773 and others in the Kramer 77 series are the logical evolution of the scaler switcher line. All of these great features are based on direct input from dealer integrators and end users. From the company that pioneered the scaler switcher category, Kramer is proud to bring you the VP-773 and the entire 77 series lineup. And there you have it. Get more information by becoming a Kramer Certified Digitalist. For Kramer Electronics, I'm Clint Hoffman. Thank you.